And welcome to Ask Woodford episode. You know you can say it. You have a mic in front of you.
2.
Welcome back to Ask Woodford. This is old school Ask Woodford episode. You say I talk too loud. You say I talk too loud and I don't talk at all. So episode 2, Ask Woodford. This is the show created for you. Created for you. You ask the questions, I fucking answer them. The only way how, we got rid of those two idiots, Brick and what's his name, DeCranus. We're with the king right now. The one, let's be serious. No one came to see those two. They came to see the king. By the way, they're doing real well. DeCranus, what I really love also, quickly, on a side note, is people who leave Woodford. I actually started Woodford to give people platform to go and do other things they wanted to do and reach their goals. So it's been fantastic watching Dirk. I haven't talked to him, which is kind of... I always find it funny when people leave here, it's almost like I don't mean to do that, but it's almost like, oh, well, I'm so caught up in my own life. So it's like, yeah, but Kieran, have you caught up with Dirk?
Yeah, multiple times. I see him every single fortnight.
Yeah, but that's because you're upskilling with him. If you weren't upskilling with him, you won't be seeing him.
Yeah, I still see him like every Thursday.
About what?
When I'm at boxing.
Yeah, but that's at boxing. You haven't just...
We've catch up for coffee a couple of times.
When have you?
We've caught up for coffee
You
a
make
couple
me
of
sound like an
times.
absolute arsehole here, but anyway.
Well, it's not my fault, you shit friend.
Anyway, Dirk, Rick, well done. Proud of you.
Maybe you need to lift your standards in that area as well.
Well, apparently I need to lift my standards everywhere, according to you. Everywhere needs to lift standards, apparently.
No, I just said in your coaching.
When you're at the whenever you're at the mountaintop, come talk to me.
You're not at the mountaintop.
I'm at the bottom of the mountaintop at the moment. Let's go. Come on, hurry up. Ask Woodford. Episode 2, old school. We're hitting these questions. We're hitting this shit. You ask them, I answer them. Let's go.
Alrighty.
Don't you ever, when we do something, do it with a bit of conviction.
But I'm not you, so I'll do it my own way.
Touche. By the way, just so everyone, we've been fine with questions. So, Kieran, you're going to have to ask me like maybe 3.
Yeah, we'll see how we go for time.
Yes. Go.
So, what would you recommend on studying to become an S&C coach? I'm a student at the moment studying a sport and business diploma. Thoughts?
So wait, the question was, you want to become an S&C coach. What are my tips?
No, what would you recommend to become?
What do you mean become?
Well,
what is he asking? Like just tips on how to best become a...
No, so he's a student at the moment studying sport and business diploma. So he's asking what would you recommend on studying to become an S&C?
Oh, that question was so poorly worded.
Maybe you weren't listening properly.
I was, but I still couldn't understand it.
Okay.
Listen, I could answer this in so many ways. Like,
all right, pick your favourite out of all the ways.
I'm talking on this. You said you didn't want to talk. Now she is. I love this.
When did I ever say that?
So I wanted to get Kieran on the videotape, but she said no.
Because I look like shit today.
Okay. She's single, boys. Come get her. Anyone taking on a date, Kieran?
Sorry?
No. Anyone taking on a date recently?
No.
Okay.
Not
all right.
recently.
So, where in terms of qualifications? This once again, it's so, and I get you guys want me to answer specifically, but we can't do it without context. So, if you want to go pro level, semi-pro level college in America, anywhere else, you got to have certain qualifications, which is bullshit in my opinion, because there's a lot of coaches out there who have no qualifications in undergrad, like I'm talking about like sports science, but very good. So in terms of if you want to work at a high, like it's red tape you got to tick off. It's just, you have to tick it. And look at me, for example, I'm in the private sector and you have literal, and this is being like kind, you have literal people who have no fucking clue, and I mean no clue making money. So and look at me, I have an undergrad, 3 years, an honours, another year, 4 years. I'd started a master's, got kicked out, but that's another 2 years if I did do that, or 1 year and a half. So that's 5.5 years. Yet I'm against people in this industry who have barely a Cert 3 and 4. So it's just crazy the level of formal qualification needed. Now, is that to say that I don't rate formal qualification? Is that to say that fucking everyone should get a degree? Fuck no. No. Mate, I've met people in this industry who have a master's who fucking are that fucking bad that I don't know where they get their fucking, like, I don't understand how they can be so qualified yet have no idea when it comes to general training and application. Now, this is where understanding as a coach, and this is something I keep banging on about, and maybe because I've been doing this for so fucking long. And by the way, quickly, before I forget, Woodford's 13th birthday today. Well fucking done. Well, there we go. 13th
You
birthday.
probably should have started off with that.
I
But
completely
anyway.
forgot. My brain literally just goes ping, 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 ping. So
We can
13th
tell.
birthday. So congrats. So we're talking about experience. This is where the art comes into it. So everyone out there, you can have all these qualifications, right? I know people with a PhD who literally have no fucking, like they've literally got a PhD in like, or you'd say, let's say sports science, high performance, who have no fucking idea the art of it. Like the art of it is so beautiful. Like I'm starting to understand, like the more I coach, the more I understand. It's just all about relationship building. It's all about understanding. It's all about buying. It's about communication. It's about getting the most, getting to know somebody and then communicating at a level that they understand so they buy into it. Adherence is everything. So half the reason why I do so well is, yeah, I might have a little bit more knowledge, but it doesn't come down to that. I reckon the difference is between good to great is the ability to communicate, is the ability, the art of being a coach, is the ability, and for some reason, I've been given a gift in this area, and we all know that, there's certain areas in my life that I have not been given a gift in, but this is one area I've been given a gift in, is the ability to make people believe in themselves, and I'm very good at it, because I just think because I care about people, and I fucking genuinely do, and it fucking shoots me in the foot every fucking time, to the point that people kind of see it like, it's like people have this viewpoint of me, and until you get to know me, if you really know me, you know how much I care about people, to the extent of my own health. I give so much to the fact that, and you can ask anyone, ask Dallas, who I used to train online. He said to me, you give so much to others, but you give nothing yourself. And that is fucking true, which is wrong. It's wrong, and I know that, but that's what makes me a good coach. Now, I need to find a balance, but what makes me is that art of communication. And this is where we go. I could talk about this all day. The football qualifications mean fuck all to me. If you can't walk into my gym, look at me in the eye and shake my fucking hand, you're not going to be a good coach. Imagine you, and by the way, Brick walked in like that, so I really can't, I've got to be careful. But you can develop it. But Brick walked in like this. Hi, what's your name? He didn't even look at me, wouldn't even know. And by the way, Brick, you shook my hand like a girl. You know those weak fish things? By the way, I know if you're a fucking man, I know if you're a man how you shake a hand. If you give me one of these ones, everyone, like for everyone out there, if you're trying to get a job with me, or not me, but anyone, and you walk in like this, right? You walk in like this and you're not proud of yourself. Chest high, look at your eye in the face. Hi, how you going? Alpha shake, not alpha, but a normal shake. That's how you should. But I've met people who just have they've got no communication skills, or they don't know how to hold themselves. See how it is? And then there's a whole thing about people being overly arrogant assholes. That's a whole other, like that's on the other end. But being respectful, communication, and it's very important, especially being a coach. So I think that one part of it is that art where you can't buy it. You can't buy the art. You can't buy the experience. It's in trenches. You've got to go in there and get your hands dirty and do it. Most people don't want to do that, though. Most people don't. And what I realised, when I started Woodford 13 years ago and when I started the industry 19 years ago, what I did was I laid a good foundation of just getting to know the industry, getting to know people, understanding how people tick, understanding how to build relationships, understanding getting buy-in. You've got to work with different people. And that's what I did. And I look back on it now, I'm so glad I did do that, but it's taken me to this point where you can't buy, you just can't, it's not like a course. Anyone can do it. This is nothing. Anyone can do a course. Anyone. They pass everyone in Cert 3 and 4 and fucking even degree these days. But that's just how it is. Ask yourself, what are you doing differently? And that's the art. The art is something that's so beautiful, and that's what gets results. So when we talk about formal qualification, it really depends. If you want to work in the private sector, you don't need fucking jack shit. What I would suggest is, putting it out there, is fucking go invest in a fucking coach who knows what the fuck they're doing. I mean, have a look at anyone who's come through my program. And it's fucking funny how many people that go on to do great things and someone's messaged me like, oh, did you know about this coach? Yeah, I mentored them. Even, I'll give you an example. Miller's mum, young Miller's mum. What's Miller's mum's name?
Sarah.
Sarah, this is for you, Sarah. Sarah messaged me, Kieran, and she sent me a photo. And it was an upskill about the basketball team. She goes, fucking finally, they're doing high performance education. Guess who it was in Warragul? Murray. Who mentored him? Me. Listen, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, I would have done this if I had anyone back then, because back then there was nothing. But find someone who's done it, been there, done it, seen it, and not a bullshit artist. Because fuck me, there's a lot of them out there. See what they've done. See, and if they're fucking, for everyone out there, if they're a fitness business coach, make sure they've owned a fucking fitness business or had fucking overheads. Not fucking these online coaches. Seriously, they're fucking bullshit. So that's a whole nother kettle of fish. But formal qualifications, if they're in pro sport, you probably need them, tick a box. Other than that, in the private sector, do I think you need them? Listen, if you want to do it, why not do it? But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is getting general knowledge, learning off someone and applying it. That's it. So for whoever, don't do the name, we don't want their names, but yeah, I used to think it was a lot bigger than what it is. Yes, you need general knowledge, but the application is so important, the art. Start learning the art now. I hope that's a very thorough answer though. So there we go. Does that answer your question, Kieran?
Yeah, it's not mine, but yeah.
Perfect. Question 1, tick, done.
Question 2.
Oh, quickly as well, I want to say one thing on that before I forget. People are asking me, if you ever ask me I go this uni, I did my degree at this uni, like I did at Deakin. No one gives a fuck. Just so you guys know, no one gives a fuck where you did it. Oh, but Deakin's is the best. No one cares. No one. Literally no one. So for everyone out there, if you do that, no one cares. No one. Like I could not give a flying fuck. Like if someone ever said that to me, I'd probably go, get the fuck out. Because I did mine at VU. I don't care. I never look at it that way. So just so you guys know. Next. Then fuck all the unis while I'm at it. Fuck you. Let's go. No, fuck them, Kieran. Fuck them all. Do we get paid by any of them?
Yes.
Okay. I take that completely back. Go. But you know what I'm saying. A lot of it, it's just a business. Why do you laugh, Kieran? Am I funny?
Not really.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on AFLW in regards to the number of ACLs they are suffering?
Okay.
No. Careful how you word this.
I know. I've got to be a bit careful. Okay. So, I want you to think about it this way. AFLW, how long has it been alive for, going for? Okay. How long female football has been like a thing for? How long? Not very long, right? So these girls... Donnie, you can say it. We've got Donnie here. God, I love Donnie. So sweet. Best filmer guy, and he just keeps... I'm very... With my hands, I'm a bit Decranis-y. Chris Decranis will like this. But how long has it been going for? Not long. Now, men's football, a long time. So what happens is, just so you guys know, contact-based sport girls have been... Let's say play rugby. Generally speaking, the main sports they grew up before football, what were they? Netball, soccer, basketball. Really, right? Now, you've added in football, which is a contact-based sport. It's 360 awareness. They haven't built that load and built their bodies up to handle that stress, right? Number one. Number two, the biggest one, and I'll double down on this for the rest of my fucking life. And I will, you know what's funny? I will kick and scream, and this is going to be so outlandish what I'm just about to say, but it's so fucking true, is this is serious, our level at Woodford here of rehab programs and the shit that I've seen from professionals here, we are world class. And when I say that's not outlandish, I know I'm world class. I know I'm at what we do. But the shit I've seen from in terms of rehab-based programs or programs in general is so fucking poor in Australia from people who have... This is supposed to be the best of the best. It's disgusting. And we wonder why there's so many injuries or re-injury. It's fucked. And then people say to me, "Oh, you know, why do you think you're the world's best?" Because I fucking know it. Because I believe in I believe in this company's ability so fucking much. We're going to be flooded. I reckon in the next few years, it's going to be flooded because it's going to this research and knowledge is going to keep coming out more and more and more about the importance of fucking physical preparation and proper fucking rehabs for fucking returning to perform successfully. When it comes to AFLW, it's just no doubling down on athlete development, zero. And they haven't built enough load through it. They haven't laid enough pre-seasons and doubling down on it. Because what happens is they pay people at AFLW, like, I'm not being rude, and this is not rude to anyone working at AFLW, but it's not, there's no money in it. Like, who the fuck would do, like, if you're an upcoming coach, fine, but they're not going to get anyone, and also, they're under-resourced. So how the fuck can they double down on that? They can't. That's no offense to anyone at AFLW. I don't give a flying... Like, for me, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, it's like, this is the truth. People always get angry about me when I say the truth. Who wants to work in AFLW? I wouldn't. Like, for me, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even want to work in AFL, though. Because I'm in the private sector. But that's nothing bad. People always take that, like, the wrong way. It's like... there's a certain individuals in the AFL and the AFLW that I can't stand. Like, I know for a fact they're just fucking insecure people. But I've said that from before, Kieran. You know. Anyway, but yeah, that's the reason why. Is because they haven't doubled down. They haven't doubled down. I want to say their names so bad. They haven't doubled down on that stuff. Athlete development. They haven't doubled down on. Another thing is just general strength level, movement competency, athlete like in terms of development of athletic qualities and athletic skills. Because remember, there's a skilled expression, all this stuff. Jumping, landing, sprinting, change direction. It's a fucking motor skill. Learn the skill. How many times as footballers do we get told to jump? Never. What do we get told to do? Run. Like endurance run. Oh, I could go on for this all days. But anyway, that's the reason why. Also, another thing, I'm just going to bring this up, and I'm just going to say it. Females have a greater chance of ACL rupture. Why? There's a few reasons. One, anthropometrics, but they can't do anything about it. Who gives a fuck? You can't change your body type. It is what it is. And the menstrual cycle, I'm not going to talk about, but the menstrual cycle apparently increased risk of during a menstrual cycle. I didn't even know what a menstrual cycle was a few weeks ago.
No, you're kidding me. I
had no idea.
No.
Was attracted.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Anyway, the AC because their hips are the Q angle, their hips, and how the ACL sits. Great chance of ACL rupture. But anyway, you can't do anything about that. Prepare properly. They need to start doubling down. They need to start putting more money into it, especially AFLW. I don't watch it anyway. I haven't watched it. I think I watched one game. Not really. I watch if. Same as AFL though. If I got athletes, then I'll watch it. But I very rarely do it these days. So, next question.
Okay, just wondering on how you always do an accumulation phase. If a player comes into you mid-season, are you doing an accumulation phase then because they would have a base already from training?
So, how do I do an accumulation phase?
Yeah.
And what was the second part?
And if a player's coming into mid-season, are you doing an accumulation phase then? I think you're saying like over intensification.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Is this Jaden Cott? Was it Cotty?
I don't know. There's no name.
Oh, fuck. So accumulation, what this person, guy or girl's talking about accumulation. So at Woodford, we do blocks of training, right? So when I look at everything, we have generally 3 blocks in terms of adaptation. Now, regardless, we're going to get all 3 when we do strength training, power training. We're going to get all 3, all right? Doesn't matter. We're always going to get 3. But depending on the loading parameters, the volume, the intensity, and the rest period will dictate primarily which adaptation we get. Now, the 3 are neural, muscular, motor learning, skill acquisition. They're the 3 adaptations we're going to get. Now, regardless, once again, depending on the loading parameters, the volume, intensity, rest period, and I forgot to add the 4th thing is training age. I'll give you an example. If someone is a novice and they first start lifting, primarily the gains will be motor learning skill acquisition, i.e. neurological. That's where the nervous system coordinates complex contraction of multiple muscle groups, activation antagonist, deactivation antagonist, activation synthesis stabilizers, right? Because everything I look at, and I've told you guys before, is training a neural pattern. Nothing more, nothing less. Then we integrate the skill to get the transference. Everything we do in the gym and the field is GPP. That's it. Nothing specific. If you want to talk about specific, that's the skill, you dumb fuck. The skill. Not in the gym, you stupid fucks. That's Joel Seisman, by the way. Any of these dickheads who claim sport-specific training, it's not true. These people sell a lie, and it does my fucking head in. So for all these people out there who want to sell a fucking lie, who don't understand fundamental sports science principles, who don't understand the fundamentals in terms of understanding athlete development, you're fucking liars. And it does my fucking head in because I love this job. Like to the point that if I was told tomorrow I'd have to sacrifice my life, but I know for the rest of my life I'd go down as the guy who changed the industry, I'd do it. Because isn't that what life's about? Going after your fucking purpose? Isn't it? It is. For me, that I would sacrifice myself to know that I'd be known as the man to do it. And then people go, oh, that's a bit of ego. Well, fuck it, yes. But see, I did it. Then my whole life's work is done. That's my life's work. That's what I wanted. To change it. So it's better for future generations and more athletes are getting better preparation, and that means greater chance of performing, greater chance of high-level contracts, high-level competition. That's all I've wanted. Better mental health as well. So I just think that whole sport-specific thing, and I know I've gone on a tangent here, is just fucking bullshit because you're selling a lie. To the parents, anyway. To the parents who paid as well, but generally to the athletes as well. So when we're talking about the phases of accumulation, intensification, and motor learning skill acquisition, this is how we break down our goals when we're looking at it. And by the way, we at Woodford are vertical integration when we come to periodization. And this is a whole nother thing where I could go off on the side, but we're training multiple qualities at once regardless. It's not functional to train one quality. It's never going to work. Obviously, it does work for a novice. Anything works for a novice, though. So breaking down, talking about this block, when they come through midway through the season, I want to give a bigger picture. It depends. Once again, it depends. Because if they're a novice, they've never lifted before, of course, it depends on where they are, what's their goal, and what time of season is. So if they come to program and they've never done anything, you can really do anything. And that's that's kind of like an accumulation block because you're repping out reps, you're developing that motor skill of the actual exercise. But they're a novice, they're going to get gains, they're going to get adaptations across a number of wide ranges of attributes. Strength, power, speed, even endurance, because we become more efficient. So when it comes down to the question, once again, it really depends. And this is why I can't give something specific. But let's say for example, they come in, they've got a decent training age, so in terms of physical literacy and strength level, we're probably not going to start them in season with accumulation block because it's going to take away recovery capacity needed for the skill. So it makes sense. So I probably wouldn't do that. I'll do an intensification block. So when I talk about intensification, I'm talking about lower reps, higher intensity. When I talk about intensity, I'm talking about bar speed and external load on the bar, which can mean both in terms of intensity. So more of a strength power block. But they're in season. The focus in season should always be the skill and competition. Everything else is secondary. Very important, though, preparation still, because when I fill those cups up, the sport doesn't do very well. That's the best answer I can give. I did one on tangents there, but it's important to understand those. And this is why I get the knowledge as well. The sport-specific thing, man, I'm being serious. This will go down as my biggest, that and unstable training. The people who talk about, if you ever want to know if someone's got an idea of training, this is serious. Kieran started, I think, 5 weeks ago? 6?
Yeah, maybe around there.
Kieran's better than 99% of trainers. Crazy. She's been 5 weeks. Now, granted, she's been at Woodford, run Woodford for a while, so she's probably heard Dirk, me, and it's like a broken record. Like, if you keep hearing it...
Well, and I've done my own training for years.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when you hear someone talk about it and you keep hearing it, of course you're going to learn it. You're engaged, you're ingraining a pattern, same like anything. All right, so when I look at Kieran and what she's been able to achieve so far in her career, of just a short career coaching, all she does, and I told her from the start, stick to the fundamentals, the basics. Nail the basics. Become savagely competent at the basics, right? If you ever want to know someone's any good at their job, and that if this is serious, is just ask them what is their training philosophy around training, regardless of any goal: performance, introduction, rehab, return to perform, body composition, fat loss, muscle gain, general health and fitness. If they just say this to you, I apply fundamental sports science principles into a practical sense, and then I just I become savagely competent at the basics, like I just execute the basics at a high level, and you do that consistently, and then all you do is you rotate 6 to 8 exercises through the whole time you train, and you manipulate volume, intensity, frequency, and rest period. If you do that, you're 99% you're a good coach, in my opinion. But the minute you start fucking doing this fucking absolute garbage, and I mean it's fucking garbage, of doing sport-specific training, and where you're fucking loading the skill in the gym. So my question, if you load a sensitive motor pattern, we all know how important the nervous system is for skill development. If you start loading that and the skill becomes less efficient, what the fuck are you training them for? The whole idea about you training them is developing a physical capacity to maximize athletic performance, sport performance, reduce chance of injury. What the fuck is moving the needle? Ask yourself, how do we move the needle? And the whole idea of training is use the gym in the field to improve maximal outputs and then integrate with the skill for specific transfer. That's the only way of sport-specific training. Specific muscle group, motor pattern, timing, coordination, metabolic pathway. I can't tell you that enough. And I love that. Like, I love this job so much. And the reason, and what I see all the time, the perfect example is something like this. Putting an athlete on unstable surface like a Bosu ball. Last time I checked, they apply force in the ground. Number one. Number two, when you put them on an unstable surface, the intensity is lowered. Why? Because you're fucking unstable. Right? You can't fucking apply as much force to the fucking ground. Adaptation is reduced. You get what we call maladaptation, negative adaptation. So you're regressing them athletically. So that's what I want you to think about. And ask yourself, when we train athletes or general population, we want to choose bang for your buck exercises. How the fuck is that going to give us bang for our training buck if they've got 2 hours a week or an hour a week, 1 hour twice a week? It's not going to move the needle. Not at all. Because you're not training. What adaptation are you training? Like, I don't get it. Like, you do all the sport-specific stuff at training. Why would you want to do more when you use physical preparation as a way to develop capacities that the sport doesn't do very well? It's fucking nuts. And you're wasting time. And this is the whole thing about people who don't understand fundamental training principles, because they can't sell the fundamentals. That's just as bad unstable training. And people think, oh, it's really complex, it's really hard, no one can do it. Balance, you dumb fuck, is task specific. What that means is if you want to get better at balancing, do that specific task. Fuck me. The second thing is, it's people who fucking flog people to fucking death. And the reason why they do that is because they can't understand or educate, okay, power, speed adaptation is about quality, not quantity. Power, speed adaptation is about stimulating, not annihilating. Power, speed adaptation is about fucking recruitment of high threshold fast twitch motor units, and it's not about fatigue. Fatigue's a terrible environment. We want to recruit. We want to use the alactic pathway, that short high energy phosphate pathway. The minute we start using middle ground and start making tired, we're creating what we call negative adaptation. Power output decrease, speed output decrease, and we know how important quality is for that adaptation. This is why they do it. Do you know why they do it? Because they say the athlete thinks, oh, they're hardcore. They train me harder because they got their heart rate up. They feel like they achieved something. Do you know what's better than achieving something? Getting your fucking heart rate up is getting better, improving speed outputs, improving power adaptation outputs. You're doing your athletes a disservice. And for any athletes out there who train with these fucking dickheads, do your fucking research, because don't fucking whinge when you're getting slower. And this is a thing where people have cracks at me. They're like, oh, he's too arrogant, all this. Why? Because I'm passionate? Because I love my fucking job? Because I want to fucking educate? It's frustrating. It is. Because I've been doing this fucking 19 years and it still does my head in. Because I fucking love this job. And there's wankers out there who don't give a fuck and take money off people, who lie to people. I have fucking integrity. Regardless of what I've did on my outside of my life, outside of fucking gym, and I've made a lot of mistakes. But I fucking love this job. I love this job. And I do love this job. And poor Kieran's fucking, you know, she's been probably the worst of me outside of Woodford. But I love this job. And there's nothing better for me than watching others succeed and watching athletes develop and getting the best out of athletes. And that's what I love. And ask yourself this question. While I finish on this, we've got one more question. Ask yourself, are you making your athletes tired or are you making them better? That's my question. Now, if you're just making them tired, any idiot can make you tired. I can get, what's that name, Tony from next door, who's a mechanic, to make you tired. He'll get you doing high knees for fucking 30 on, 30 off. That's easy, right? Making someone better takes knowledge and education and how to apply it. That's my opinion. And I'm sorry for yelling, Kieran, because I know you hate me when I yell, but I love this job. Dude, I love it. There's nothing more that my purpose in life is waking up and fucking doing this job. And I love it. And regardless of what anyone says about me, I don't give two fucks because this is who the fuck I am. And you know what? I will do this job to the day I fucking die. I will. So, Donnie, I hope you snipped that because that was a fire because I fucking love this job. I do. Oh, what? It's true. What? Give me one more question. I had enough because I've really drained now. But you know, mate, let me just wrap this with a nice little bow, right? Nice little bow. Knowledge, critical, application, critical. Hold on. Understanding different qualities, critical, how to train them. Understanding about understanding that anyone can flog you, training failure, and also that sport-specific thing is an absolute myth. Yeah, you can train. Yeah, there's going to be more exercise more specific than others, but generally, it's GPP. Everything's GPP. Okay, does that answer the question?
I don't even
How
know
long did that go
did.
for? Fuck me. Good.
I don't know if the question was answered in the end, but all good.
Right, one more. Come on, I've had enough. Let's go. One more. How long have we gone for, Donnie? 2017. Maybe one more?
Yeah, we'll
Was
just
that
do one
fire,
more.
Donnie? You love it? No, but what, do you understand what I was trying to say, everyone? Kieran?
Yeah.
When I talk with passion.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes I just think like you can still get the same message across with just a slightly different tone. That's all.
No, I'm not. This is who I am. And
I get that, but I'm just saying.
Oh, fair enough. That's your opinion. Everyone's got their opinion. And quickly, let me just say one thing as well before I go on. This
you get
is important.
so angry about things you can't control.
No, I get that, but this is funny. I always laugh at people who haven't been. And by the way, this is not against Kieran. It's about everyone who says this, right?
It's probably against me, guys.
I've been in this industry 19 fucking years. I've seen so much fuck shit. And when you've been to normal gyms and seen the shit that goes on there, and the service and the service the client gets, because I know it's not doing anything, and the money these people make, it makes me sick. Because they have no knowledge that they're making fucking 10 times the amount people who are trying to do it right are. That's what annoys me. It is what it is. And I can't control it. It is what it is. But 19 years, and I've sat there, I'm not going to lie to you. When, like, Jamie Smith, love the guy to death. When he said, and I read that post, he was like, I wanted to quit so many times. Dude, he's fucking bang on. I only get, dude, doing this is fucking terrible most times. But I do it because I actually fucking love it. Imagine if I didn't love it, I'd definitely be gone. The amount of times I thought about going to concreting, my mate's on 150K concreting. And he went for a concrete job. But it's just one of those things, I love this. I could do it to the death, but I relate to people like that. 19 years, long time. I've nearly killed myself a few times doing this job, but anyways, what it is. Hit me. Last question.
Strength testing using Nordboard, force frames, force decks, etc. Your thoughts and philosophy on it.
So
This will be good.
Oh, fuck, here we go. Listen, I'll be honest, I had too many you want me to carry on? I'm going to carry on about this, right? No, I'm going to. I'm going to carry on. Okay, so two things. If you're not assessing, you're guessing. I agree. So it was great when we got these sports science equipment in. Fantastic. I think it's great. But here's the fucking issue with this, right? And trust me, I have dealt with this for fucking years with goobers who have no fucking idea how to coach. Coaching is fucking the pinnacle for me. For me, it's movement. It's watching. Put down your fucking phone. You really want to go there, Kieran? Kieran, I could school, and this is no offense, I could school anyone. So you think, right?
I know you can be.
I could school, I would school
You're about
anyone.
to say put down your phone, and your phone's in your hand 24/7. No, you probably sleep with it in your hand.
I wish I could have sex with it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So, Kieran, let me answer this question before I go on. So, put your phone down. Fuck. Put your phone down and watch. I have, Kieran. I'll put it down. I'm watching. Put it down. Watch.
Do that tonight on shift.
So, for fuck's sake. I do that, Kieran. Oh my fucking god. So put your phone down. Watch. Observe. Just watch every little bit of them, like load management, right? They talk about load management, right? And they've got numbers, right? Numbers mean nothing unless you integrate with subjective. Get to know your athlete. That's one part. So all these people justify their things off numbers, which, by the way, it is important. It's one part. Just one. Oh, just one. Only one. Kieran, remember that one? Just one. You got one chance?
Oh, yeah.
Kieran hates it. So around the gym, the inside joke is, I've got this consistent thing, and it started with Brick. You got one chance, Brick. Just one. Only one. And then I do it to Kieran, and she cracks the shit. It's like an ongoing joke.
I don't crack it. It's just annoying.
You do crack it.
I've actually got work to do.
Well, you can do two things at once when I'm yelling at the gym floor, only one, just one. And she goes, shut the fuck up. Can you get very aggressive these days at me? Don't tell me to shut the fuck up. It's rude, and I don't like I want to be in my safe space, all right?
Okay, sorry for ruining your safe space.
Perfect, good. Thank you. Say sorry.
I just said
Say it again. No. Okay. So when it comes to data, I am one of those coaches who, mate, there's so many people in this industry, and clinicians are very big at this. They hit a number, and that's it. They look at a number, but he has a fucking board. I'm like, yes, I get this. Yes. I get this. I understand this. Yes, I understand that. I get that. But here's the kicker, right? You need to take in, it's got to be a bigger picture. That's not to say I don't want them hitting that number, what they should be at apparently. I get that. Yes, nerds, I get it. It's okay. I understand. Yeah. Oh, but they haven't hit that number. Okay, relax, breathe. It's okay. I understand that. My coaching comes down to a lot of experience, what I've experienced. Then I bring in the data to confirm or disprove. I got nose. Block nose because that CPAP machines kill me because I don't put water in it. You know CPAP?
But, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Sorry, because my nose. I'm just explaining. So
yeah, all good.
It should confirm or, and I just think of things with my head. I haven't had my fucking ADA. I haven't had my med yet, and you can see I haven't had my ADA med because my brain is just. This is what happens. I can't focus.
Anyway,
no, that's all right. I've just did it again. So yeah, it should confirm or deny what's been happening, what I believe in my coaching experience. So that it needs a combination. But it doesn't
it's like a time and place for everything, and they can facilitate each other in the right way.
Oh, Kieran. Yeah, so that's true, what she just said. What she said. What the idiot said. No, I'm kidding. No, what she said. Well done. So it should, it's right place, right time. And by the way, we test our athletes here. We have certain KPIs we like to hit. I think it is... Listen, here's the thing, another thing which you got to understand, which people don't understand as well. I get this all the time. So I was working, I really want to say her name, but I'm not going to. This fucking douchebag physio, right? And oh my fucking God, right? This woman, so she goes to me, where's the, he's got to hit this. So I didn't have any pre-testing data, right? Because this guy came and saw me. There's no pre-testing data, you fucking idiot. And she's saying, where's the data? Well, I didn't have him before. I didn't meet him until fucking now, and I asked him, and he didn't do any. The thing is, if you want to know where, you need pre-testing data, right? So if you don't have it, you don't know where that beforehand. So you can say any number you want. I get that, but I don't know what the pre-testing data was. So I have to take his word for it and talk to him and communicate with him, get to know the coaching side of it, and then put it together with how he moves, what's his strength level, what I see, how he moves the bar, etc., what's his sprint, etc. In a perfect world, I have you know why I want pre-data? To rehab him and recondition him to previous levels or higher. I get that, but I had none. So this chick was like fucking doing my head in, and she was just all about numbers, not how they move numbers. And that's a clinical approach to it, very clinical. It's like when they say they treat the clinicians, physios, the clinicians, they treat the scan, not the person. I'm the opposite. I treat the scan, not the person. No, sorry. I treat the person, not the scan. What? But that's what I do. And the amount of times it happened, she did the same thing. She told me to get surgery. I got him back in 2 weeks. Like, you see what I'm saying? Bigger picture. Yes, it's important. Like, example, I won't bring this up actually now, but we're doing a lot of testing for, we're doing a lot of testing for athletes. That's what I'm going to say. And it's really good because we're going to do it for a lot of people. You know what I mean, Kieran? Inside joke. A lot of people, a lot of athletes. We're going to do a lot of data collection. If they ever get injured, we're pre-injury data. Tick, 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 tick. I love it. That's when it's good. I think it should guide the program, but it shouldn't define the program. art's just as important as the data as well. Don't get too concerned and don't be over complex with the data. Also, another part of the data that people don't forget about, the data, if they've never done it before, right, it's a skill. So if they've never done it before and they're shit, the second time they go, always going to get better for the skill. They've learned the skill better.
The data also isn't as accurate. Like if the athlete comes in, they're tired that day and you're testing them, like the data's not going to be as accurate as if they woke up fresh and had a really good day.
Do you sit here? Because that is brilliant. She's actually right about that. And here's another thing.
So that's another issue with like data.
Swish.
Maybe I'll take your job.
Come here and do it, bros. Do it. I love it. I love that shit. So what Kieran said is true because there's so many differences. Like example, the night before, did they sleep well? 8 hours quality sleep. What's their nutrition hydration status like? What's their readiness like? What's their stress levels? There's so many factors. Like exactly that. So you gotta take it with a bit of a grain of salt sometimes, but it gives you good guidance. Do you want to go one more real quick and I can do it quick? Why? Come on, I'm on fire here. Let's just go one more.
That's it.
No, there's heaps. I gave you like 12, 13. Quickly as well for everyone out there, off-season block. Here we fucking go. Kieran, you don't want to answer me a question. Let's talk about the off-season block at Woodford. What are we doing? How are we hitting this shit up? We pumped? We excited? Who's cut? You know, like yeah.
I don't know. What you're
we
you're leading the team,
here.
aren't you?
I am not here anymore. Just so you know, I am not. And I've been from day one, and I've said this from day one. Change the game. There's something that's occurring that we will promote that is going to change the game in Australia, I believe. And I'm very excited about it. So get ready for that, the first thing. The second thing is we are, and I've told everyone this, I am here, we, Woodford, are here. We are not here to take part. We are here to fucking take over. And the next 2 years are huge for Woodford. And you know it too, Kieran. Kieran knows what I'm talking about. We are here to fucking take over. And I said it from day one when I started Woodford 13 years ago. We are here to take over. I promised my grandma on her deathbed by the time I'm 40, I'm going to do exactly what I said. We are here to take over. Get ready what's happening. We're here to take over. Next year, the next few years, big, hey, Kez? Let's take over this. But we do want to thank everyone for their support, don't we? For their support, because without you, we couldn't do this. So, I am, yeah, it means a lot to me, you guys' support, because it does mean a lot to both of us, because we couldn't do this job without you guys, because we'd have no fucking remuneration, no money, would be fucked. I'd be living on the street. So, thanks, guys. Like, even just commenting shit like that or liking, whatever, we do appreciate that. So, thank you very much. Get down this off-season, because it is going to be, off-pre-season, going to be huge. We've got testing. We got coaching. Woodford, we all know the Woodford culture. We are the best performance centre in Australia. We don't give a fuck who you are. We are the original. We're the best. DeFranco has anointed me. We all fucking know he's the king, and I will be his prince. Sweet prince. So, yeah, just get down, because this is going to be on for you. I can't wait to tell you this new announcement. But we'll get Donnie to film it, I reckon. Yep, Donnie film it. So be out very soon. Get ready, because we are going next level. We're here to take over. Kieran, anything else you want to say or no? Fuck, man. It's been a big few weeks for me and the company, I think, Kez.
Yeah, Jesus.
What has been?
I know.
It's been emotionally draining. It has been.
I've had multiple meltdowns.
Yeah, but
we
finally got there. Like listen, we will explain this. We can't explain it now because we haven't signed it yet. But once we sign it, we'll explain everything. It's going to change the game in Australia. I believe the model that we've created is people are going to pick this up. Other things are going to pick this up. I can't say what the word is, but. Yeah, I just been very emotional. I'm very draining. I think Kieran's cried a few times. I think I've cried a few times. I think I've cried to my mum, which is crazy. It's been a lot for us. So I'm glad we moved on now. So let's do this, hey? We can't wait to announce it with all you guys. Very exciting for Woodford. Very exciting. And it's just got to get the juju in order, Kieran, and just be juju, get the good juju. So
the alignment.
The alignment.
Anyway, get in alignment.
Guys, this has been Ask Woodford, episode 2 of Old School. I can't thank you guys enough for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I think that's what Dirk used to say, I think. Dirk and Kieran, anything else you want to say? Or thanks, Donnie, as always, I guess. And guys, any questions, send them through. We will say with the questions, for fuck's sake, don't make them individualised so much where I can't answer them. Because we got so many, we can't answer them. So we'll do 4 a week, I guess. So I'll see you next time on Ask Woodford. Kieran, say goodbye.
Bye.
Kieran, you could say a bit more than that. Anyway, Ask Woodford, Old School, episode 2. I'll see you guys next time on this show.